Shrat hunting time. The company is increasingly on edge, in so much as a company would be in a forest while hunting murderous trees. Exclamation mark Discord. Rosenblight. Every crack of a branch has the men drawing swords, and one of them screamed when a fallen leaf fell into the nape of a shirt. Your enemy is already scoring wins without even having to do anything. Let's just think about the weapon setup. I want the option to go to my secondary weapons if I have to. But this is probably safer. Torturer gets Cleaver. Hammer Raider. One-handed hammer. Okay, boys, I think we are as ready as we'll ever be. Oh yes, bows do nothing against Shrat. Throwing weapons. Throwing axes in particular. I think I might want to put David Einhart in here with his 70 accuracy instead of, I think, Chris Oakenshield. Yes, especially because Chris Oakenshield doesn't have fancy feet, so he can't get away if he needs to. You're very welcome, Frozen Light. Welcome. The Discord's a good place to chat to some of the lads and theorycraft endlessly about Dungeons and Dragons and Blood Bowl and Battle Brothers and all that. Also, the type of games I play. More round shields. One there. Okay, that's good. That's fine. That's also fine. Technically, the net doesn't do anything, but hang on to it. Wait, the nets don't do anything. I can just give him a shield then for an extra bit of defense. Right, we can't put it off any longer. Let's fight these Shrat. We definitely have the tools for it. I just hope it's a daytime fight. Okay, it's only 4 of them, so that's great. It rolled the minimum number. Okay, dawn on day 258. Our first Shrat fight. Caber Beast is sitting on a fallen tree when he suddenly jumps up yelling and grabbing his weapon. You look over to see the tree itself rising up into the air, clumps of earth raining below and a great wet ditch left as though it had bedded there for aeons. It leans against its healthier brethren like a drunkard would into a friend's shoulder. Slowly, it twists its body around, a pair of green eyes flared from somewhere deep in its trunk, and its sharp branches wheel around with it, splayed wide with their shadows falling over the company like a web. Grab your sword and order the men into formation. Technically, you grab your axe and order the men into formation. Actually, I missed a trick here. With my shield breakers, they are using two-handed axes, and they have fighting axes spare in their inventory. I could have given those axes in the inventory to some of the other lads. Okay, boys, into position. We've got rotation to get the boys out of trouble. Throwing weapons, we've got axes. I think we are as ready as we'll ever be against these nasty fucks. Okay, so they're all on the western side. Oh, 3 out of the 4 on the western side. This bit of fight there on the western side could get quite saucy. Let's have this one come here so we can surround it. So I think everyone going to the west is the way to go. Yeah, pointless. What I'm going to do here, rotate, rotate. No, George Warhammer will move there on the next turn. I need someone up to the northern side. We'll send Creeper Jack up to the northern side. Okay, I think that helps. Owie. Good nimble dodging. Now, there's kind of no point in attacking yet with Sealand. I need to break that thing's shield first. They're immune to stun. Does 26 damage. I need to wait for one of these guys to break that thing's shield. And Darion, how can you can get into a combat there. And it looks like that technically bypasses the shield but doesn't do much damage. Interesting. I need to move Sealant. Okay, so that's enough to spawn a sapling. Worth knowing. Immune to stun. But you can daze it. That's good to know. It's such a close range clusterfuck. If this one comes to this position here, we can get around it fairly easily. Oh, unlucky. Yeah, one at a time. Focus him down. Good dodging, boys. Yes, look at that damage. Well done, Sealant. Wait and then rotate in. Because that's interesting. Flails are actually a decent option then against Shred, because you just go straight through the shields. I'm so glad I hung on to all of these axes. Ah, fuck. One more hit. Also, these unhold armor attachments are amazing. Rhymer! Nice with the dodgers, boys. Yeah, that other one is in here somewhere. So actually, you lads stay where you are in case he comes back towards the east. Turn done. Yeah, it looks like everyone's turn is done here. Wait. Not rotating in there. rotate. Ah! Ooh! Yeah, it's great that this one is surrounded now, so at least he can't proc any more of his little roots. Turn done, turn done. That's a clusterfuck, I can't get in there. We could try running around, I suppose, technically. Oh, so close. On one more. 2 down, 2 to go, boys. I need to get Landarion out of there, though. Can I maybe sneak around? Oh, no, it's too far. Oh, let's try. Ooh, the dodgers, lads. Rotate. Now I'm rotating too much now. Let's run around. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh! I mean, that does hurt, but technically Sparrow, all he needs to do is break that thing's shield, so the broken elbow doesn't actually matter too much. Does it have a shield? It doesn't have a shield. Oh, Silius. Where's that other one? It's here somewhere. The fact that this one has spent the whole battle running around, it's actually helped us. Whoops. Sorry, Landarion. Hooray. You know, wait for this one to get to us, because if we go chase it, that splits the lads up in a way that I do not want to do. Yeah. What's that from again? Now there are 3 of them. It's getting out of hand. Isn't that the Star Wars Imperial trade thing? What are they called again? Now there are 2 of them. Landarion has just been tanking hits like a champion. And now we know where this one's committing to. He's going to come out of there. Blockade Commander, yeah. What are they called again? They're race of aliens. They got some funny name. Almost said Gungan, but that's what Jar Jar Binks is, isn't he? He's a Gungan. down, boys. One to go. And a few little saplings. Always thought Natalie Portman was absolutely gorgeous, Queen Amidala. But I mean, it was pretty staggering how little chemistry she had with Hayden Christensen. What is that? That fucking Alp has just got... I don't know what, it's just spazzing out. I don't know what it's doing. I think it wants us to chase it, which would be a mistake. There it is. We'll try head it off at the pass. Lads, here we go. Here we go. Don't let that one escape. I want its sap. I said the shred sap is probably one of the more useful crafting items you get. Ah fuck it, it's running away. We're not going to catch it. Well fought, men. Well fought. Nice, and 2 glowing resins. Our first Alp, not Alp, Shret. Well done. You stare at a felled tree and then at a felled Shrut. Between the two, you see almost no difference, which makes you ponder about all those supposedly dead trees you've been hopping over your whole life. Not one to dwell on such matters, you order the company, take trophies as proof of the battle, and ready a return to Theobald of Holschlag. It's done. Oh, nice. As you're departing the battlefield, Loderak remarks that the surrounding area looks rather ripe. Turn around, see that he's indeed correct. A beautiful crop of trees serve host to the Shrets, presumably chosen for good reason. And if the Shrets took it for a good home, then it surely means the wood is very fine. Order the men to make use of this quality glade and chop as many trees down as time and energy permits. Harvested timber is very fine indeed. It begins to rain as you depart the impromptu lumber mill. Any levels? Nope. That bow, there's the bow. I do have one other archer here, don't I? Mace, ninja, crossbow. Archer, torturer. Oh, there's the other archer. Spear tank. I'm so glad I hung on to all of these great axes. They proved to be very useful. And it's good to know we can, with reasonable confidence, take on Shrat. Reasonable confidence. Hey, the greenskin invasion is over and Elmer hasn't left yet. Hope he doesn't. I mean, he's 83 melee skill at level 9. It's amazing. Looking good, boys. Looking good. Ninja, he needs us throwing weapons. second wind potion. In fact, instead, let's do that. And on the other ninja, let's do that as well. He doesn't need a shield because he can just fancy feet away. That Warhammer needs a shield of some sort. Forster you to pick another ambition. Name Moidian, there we go. Defeat another mercenary band. 2 men to master the hammer in combat. I'm pretty sure that's pretty easy. We've already got 1 lad who's mastered the hammer. And there's 1 other one. I'm pretty sure I've got 2 hammer guys. There's the one, Ruskal, he's already level 11. Ninja, archer, torturer, archer, crossbowman, mace, hammer. Cool. So David Ironheart just needs to level up, and then we can get that ambition done. And if I can buy him a pole hammer, he can continue using a hammer from the back line with comparative safety. Oh yes. 2 light padding replacements. Wonderful. This is gonna make a big difference. Light armor. Nice, 53 fatigue. As opposed to he had like 20 odd before. Yeah, 33 max fatigue for coat of plates is pretty damn good. It should be even better for the coat of scales. Although if I have this light padding replacement, I probably should hang on to it until I get my hands on another set of coat of plates. This will take it down to like 30 or 36. I'm going to hang on to that light padding replacement. I think it would lower the fatigue by 6 on the lights on the coat of scales, whereas it gives you -8 on the heavy coat of plates. Training level 5. I could train the level 6 lads, but that's getting a little expensive. Fuck it, train him. Level 7 I don't think needs training, because level 7 is the most important level for any of the guys. Bear in mind, we are still in the market for another ranged fighter. Melee defense, no, that's no good. Loyal and strong, resolve, initiative, and range skill. Melee defense, melee skill, nope. Range skill, melee skill, nope. Alright, give me tools and supplies. Let's do what missions we can here to get these negative debuffs away. And the prices should get better. I want to buy that paint and the red paint and all that stuff. And give us a tip, please. Rattling Bones Graveyard in the forest to the south. Be worth checking out. Escort to Rosenhof. We'll take that if Rosenhof is a built-up city. Farming villages, no. I want to go to places that have weaponsmiths or armor smiths. Rattling Bones Graveyard, hell yes, we'll do that. We're in the market for a pole hammer. Bardyke is tempting as well, but I don't particularly need it. Bardyke. This is going to be a forest fight, but only 2 skulls, a bit of undead. I think I'll bring the sergeant along, even though his ankle is sprained. There's geists in there, a little tricky, but Many fallen heroes and a few armored videos. That won't be too bad. Wait until daytime. We can send out the low-level lads on this mission, because there's almost no way that those enemies will get into melee contact with the back line. Even in an awful. I almost can't believe that we're like 260 days in. We've had some rough times, especially at the beginning of this campaign. The start was not easy. Doing very well. Everyone just back up one square. You're doing very, very well.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I especially can't wait to see what Lelouch can do if we can level him up. So he's currently marked for being a torturer, but if Alma, the greenskin hunter, is actually going to stay in the company, and it looks like he is. I mean, the greenskin invasion is over and he hasn't left yet. Then we can keep Alma as the second torturer, and we can maybe level Lelouch as a dagger specialist in the middle, because then it can be dagger, torturer, hammer, spear. Hold the line, boys. Let them come. In fact, if it's mostly just these dudes, we can probably put our shields away and get extra damage out of them. This has changed. When we scouted it a second ago, it said 3 armored Wiedergängers and a couple fallen heroes, but I don't see any fallen heroes here. So it looks like the game has done that thing where it changes the composition of the enemies you're fighting. Got. It looks like we're in for a good old-fashioned zombie farm, which I always enjoy. Ah, okay, the group spawned after I checked the... No, well, there was that other group. I don't think it was these ones. If it was these ones, it would have had the zombie icon, but it had the ancient dead icon. I think it's a separate group, but I mean, if a second group spawned within less than a day, I've never seen that happen before. But it's fine. We can take them all on. That's more XP for the lads. And it's especially good because we just went to the training halls for our low-level boys. Oh, berserk. Whoops. So this is very likely going to be exhausting for the boys. There's just a horde of undead we've got to hack our way through. Hold the line, boys. Here they come. Everyone wait. Let them get closer. Hold. Love that damage. Bang. Raymer must change his helmet. He's wearing the wrong helmet to be an archer. Mustn't forget. I need to get mailed coifs for my 2 archers. Oh, nice. Hit. Really critical way. Nice double kill. It's very weird because if the composition changed entirely, and it looks like there aren't going to be those fallen heroes now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 6. There could still be the fallen heroes. But it would be super strange if the setup changed, or the composition changed, to actually be an easier group than the previous one. Oh. Arcane Archer, that sounds so OP. I'm guessing a lot of it you'll have like arrow enchantments for different damage effects and hit chance effects. Oh, crunch. Samuel Lothbrok has been kicking off this fight. Done a lot. Nice. Oh, excellent sealant. Lord Nasty, I think get the throwing weapons out, mate. I think the 13th now is officially my most powerful warband ever. Pretty awesome. Peasant power. The big surprise for me has been how effective these tanks have been, particularly these spear tanks. When we got them and we looked at their stats, I thought like, oh, well, how can I make the most out of these guys with their terrible stats? And they've done really well. So much so that I've revised my typical ideal setup of just two-handed guys up front, you know, maximum damage. Actually having a few defensive specialists on the front line, I think, is the way to go. we've had a couple of fights where there's been like one or two truly scary enemies, and you can completely counter them just by having enemies or your lads next to them that are so hard to hit that they can't do anything. Whoopsie berserk. Gotta stop doing that. Okay, ranged lads. Start conserving ammo now. I love that warhammer. It's ridiculous. Thunk dead. You'd rename that warhammer the Thunk Splat. Donkey Kong, I agree completely, dude. Especially for a background like the Peasants, where you're not going to get. I mean, you can get superstars, but they won't be as superstar-y as other backgrounds. I mean, a 3 melee offense and defense star farmhand is still never going to be as good as an actual mercenary or a hedge knight. But I think you want those tier 3 spears as quickly as you can, because the earlier on in the campaign you're able to get your hands on them, the more benefit you get out of them. Okay, so it's most noticeable for me, the usefulness of the tier 3 spears, that is, when you're fighting against like Nachtseers or spiders, for example. Anything that you can have run into a spear wall. Indeed, Donkey Kong. And one other thing that really changed the game for me was realizing that throwing weapons are the spears of the ranged weapon tree. Because I mean, plus 30 to hit, minus 10 per tile, so that's plus 20 as long as you're throwing it only 2 tiles. The loosely eye, the torture will take 3 and plus 2 hit points on no bueno. Okay, so a light torch. Well, he's either going to be torturer or dagger specialist, so I might as well pick up shield expert. I mean, he's going to need it anyway. Also going to need recover though. Is he a dodge candidate? I don't think so. 50 fatigue, that's just absolute arse. Is he... Maybe we make him a pole arm specialist. I'm thinking if I get my hands on a crypt cleaver, because we're looking at having 5 ranged fighters, the 3 archers and the 2 ninjas, but there will be fights where I won't want them. I'm trying to think of what the setup would look like when we have no archers against like a super late game, like a black monolith fight. I'll probably leave my archers behind, or any, you know, like big undead. Instead of crossbowmen, it'll be Bannerman, Sergeant, Mace Raider, Shield Breaker, Front Row Reserve, plus Lelouch. Or we could let's just keep making him a torturer, because hell, you can even have 3 up front. And I mean, he can be a reserve, because then if one of my other 2 torturers die, or if Elmer does leave us, then we've got a replacement torturer. I think let's stick with the torturer build. Which means shield expert is a decent option. They do, the polehammers do shine in Black Monolith, but my armor destruction is going to come from my 2 warhammers and from my ninjas with their throwing, heavy throwing weapons. Given how bloated my roster is, I don't think I can justify a dedicated two-handed hammer user. Pole arm hammer user, I should say. See, that's a separate group I was thinking of. That's the few. Well, let's go take them. Let's go take these lads on. We can beat them, definitely. Quick armor check. Yeah, it's all good. 10 Mace Raider. Hell yes! Look at those numbers. Wait, is he a dodge lad? I think he could be a dodge candidate. I can get that up to 70 and 70. I'll take dodge. That leaves me with 2 more skills on the next level. We've got Killing Frenzy, we've got Berserk. I have to admit, I kind of wish I didn't take Backstabber on Silius Sodus. Quick hands. Okay, well, he obviously needs reach advantage, that's for sure. Hits someone, gets +5 to melee defense. Procs Berserk, hits again, gets +10 to melee defense. On top of his dodge, he's going to have... I reckon I can get him to 70 and 70. Just an extra 9 defense. I think so, yeah. Reach is right for him now. Even for the mace guy, I mean, reach advantage is less useful on the two-handed mace boys as opposed to the hammer boy, because he can get particularly 6 stacks. Well, up to if he can shatter twice and hit both, which is unlikely, but can be done. Hammer Master on David Einhardt, that's the ambition done. I think I can leave his resolve at 46 now, that's enough. Also, 73 at level 6, that's pretty damn encouraging. He's heading for high 80s, almost 90. Excellent. Let's take these nerds on. It was just this lad who took some armor damage. Shield breakers? Nah. And there's more undead below us there. This is wonderful. That's a lot of two-handed nerds. Should we move the whole formation up here? It's probably worth it. Beatable, but these fallen heroes are not to be trifled with. This is so great for us overall. We are picking up so much XP. We just fought 26 undead, now 10 of these lads. And then, judging by those footprints down to the south, there's an even bigger group of undead running around somewhere. Excellent. A Mace Raider, okay, so he actually needs to be on the front line then. Come on, do it! Do it! Or nasty, wait. 3, Wait, don't end turn, just wait. Silius Solus, I think, needs to move to this position and get his mace out as soon as he can. But the lads look great as well in their light leather armor and these unholed pieces of armor. I think they look great. They're going to look even better when we're able to give them all Saleh helmets and noble mail. Although noble mail is so rare, I think I've seen one set of noble mail this whole playthrough, and I wasn't able to buy it at the time. Wait, destroy shield. Boris the Roman, get in there. Could I have decapitated there? Probably. I was tempting to step forward there and shatter, but that would have exposed them to too many enemies. Nice, good hit. Damn it, Raymar. Like, see how powerful that disarm is? Imagine if I've ever got 3 of those torturers. 3 lads disarming enemies every turn. That's probably OP. But it's almost certainly overpowered. But hey, if it's in the game, it's a viable tactic. Not cheating or anything. Great shot. But if I was going to weapon type stack on a playthrough, it would be maces. You would need lads with good hit chance, because obviously you don't get any plus hit chance with a two-handed mace. But imagine having 9 guys on your front line, all of whom are able to inflict the dazed effect. It lowers initiative, damage, and something else by 30%. Dazed. It's so fucking good. Oh yeah, they are immune, aren't they? Immune to bleeding, that is. That's so impressive. God, the boys have become good. Oh, unlucky. have some nice level ups after this fight, I think, and especially after the fight after this, we're going to go track down those zombie footprints. It's a big group of zombies, or not necessarily zombies. It could be any kind of undead. Well done, lads! Another fighting axe. Yes. We're going to keep stacking fighting axes, that's for damn sure. You become Shrut hunting specialists. Oh yeah. Barbarians. Oh, look at that. It looks like the barbarians are the ones that fought that big group of undead and destroyed them. Sweet. Men gather round to watch David Ironheart raid a prowess as he practices his strokes against the pine tree. Crack, crack, crack. Behold the hammerhead. You could practically punch right through any helmet and have a good look what's inside that skull bowl. He swings once more and the tree trunk splits in the middle with the upper half falling directly into the camp. Forrester Roman Mace Raider scrambles up from his seat, spilling soup all over himself, to narrowly avoid being crushed. Here I thought there was nothing new to see in the world, but I've never killed a man with a falling tree before. David Ironheart shouts laughingly. You anticipate that you will fare well next time you come up against heavily armored enemies. Armor? What armor? Right, you barbarian bastards. You killed my big group of zombies. That was my XP. How dare you. Better die. Some Reavers and 7 to 10 chosen. Very doable. Especially in these trees. We can funnel them. Maybe, let's remind ourselves.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Did we take any damage in that last fight? We did, but not a whole lot. Like there's a nicked helmet there. I wouldn't go straight back in with this group. Anyways, that's another hour episode. Let's take a little break there. Well done, boys. Well done. 260 days in. Our daily rate is approaching 500. I'm going to count the level 11s we have. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 level 11s. Excellent.